Which of the following positively affect the monsoon season over the Indian subcontinent? Which of the following factors positively affect the monsoon season over the Indian subcontinent? Positively affect the monsoon season. Formation of La Nina, absence of Coriolis force, strong small jet stream, positive Indian Ocean dipole. Okay. Formation of La Nina, strong Somali jet stream, positive Indian Ocean dipole. Which of the following factors positively affect the monsoon season over the Indian subcontinent? Formation of La Nina, strong Somali jet stream, positive Indian Ocean dipole. With reference to India, Kakrapar, Narora, Tarapur and Kaiga are the names of nuclear power plant sites. With reference to India, Kakrapar, Narora, Tarapur and Kaiga are the names of nuclear power plant sites. Kakrapar Atomic Power Station is a nuclear power station in India which lies in the proximity of Mandvi, Surat and Tapi rivers in the state of Gujarat. Narora Atomic Power Station is a nuclear power plant located in Narora in Uttar Pradesh, India. Tarapur Atomic Power Station is located in Tarapur, Palghar, India. It was the first commercial nuclear power station built in India. Kaiga Generating Station is a nuclear power generating station situated at Kaiga, Karnataka, India. Sikkim and Darjeeling Himalayas are the best suitable for tea plantations. Which of the following factors help in tea cultivation in these regions? Darjeeling and Sikkim Himalayas are flanked by Nepal Himalayas in the west and Bhutan Himalayas in the east. Karevas are the thick deposits of glacial clay and other materials embedded with moraines. The Kashmir Himalayas are famous for Kareva formations which are useful for the cultivation of jaffran, a local variety of saffron. The Kareva formations are not present in Sikkim and Darjeeling Himalayas. Darjeeling and Sikkim Himalayas have physical conditions such as moderate slope, thick soil cover with high organic content, well distributed rainfall throughout the year and mild winters, making it highly suitable for tea plantations in this region. As compared to other sections of the Himalayas, these along with the Arunachal Himalayas are conspicuous by the absence of the Shivalik formations. In place of the Shivaliks here, the deer formations are important, which have also been used for the development of tea gardens. Geographical conditions for the growth of tea. Temperature, it requires a hot and wet climate. The ideal temperature for the growth of tea bushes and leaves varies between 20 degrees centigrade to 30 degrees centigrade. Temperature above 35 degrees centigrade or below 10 degrees centigrade is harmful for the growth of tea bushes and leaves. Rainfall, it requires a good amount of rainfall ranging between 150 to 300 centimeters and the annual rainfall should be well distributed throughout the year. Long dry spell is harmful for tea. Soil, tea bush grows well in well drained, deep, friable, loamy soil. However, virgin forest soils rich in humus and iron content are considered to be the best soils for the tea plantation. Tea is a shade loving plant and grows better when planted along with shady trees. Labor, cheap and efficient labor is required for tea production. Distribution, major tea producing states are Assam, West Bengal, Tamil Nadu and Kerala. While addressing the Indian Tea Association's ITA International Small Teas Grower Convention, the Union Minister of Commerce and Industry, Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution and Textiles said that small tea growers will have the biggest role to play in shaping the future of tea sector in India. Adams Bridge recently talked about in the media, corresponding to which of the following? Adams Bridge. The Adams Bridge, also known as Ram Setu is a 48-kilometer chain of limestone shoals between Rameshwaram Island, Pamban Island on India's southeast coast and Mannar Island near Sri Lanka's northwest coast. Geological evidence suggests that this bridge is a former land connection between India and Sri Lanka. The bridge separates the Gulf of Mannar southwest from the Pak Strait northeast. The structure has significance in both Hindu and Muslim mythology. Hindus believe this is the bridge Setu built by Lord Ram and his army across to Lanka and fight Ravan. As per Islamic legend, Adam used this bridge to reach Adam's Peak in Sri Lanka, where he stood on 1 foot for 1,000 years in repentance. Relevance. A book Images India, published by National Remote Sensing Agency NRSA, Department of Space, says that satellite images have revealed an ancient bridge between India and Sri Lanka in Pak Strait. A chain of limestone shoals separating the Gulf of Mannar from the Pak Strait. Adams Bridge. Okay. With reference to the Purvanchal or Eastern Hills in India, consider the following statements. The Eastern Hills and Mountains are part of the Himalayan mountain system, having their general alignment from the north to south direction. The Brahmaputra marks the easternmost boundary of the Himalayas. Beyond the Dihang Gorge, the Himalayas bend sharply to the south and spread along the eastern boundary of India. These are known as the Purvanchal or the Eastern Hills and Mountains. These hills running through the northeastern states are mostly composed of strong sandstones, which are sedimentary rocks covered with dense forests. They mostly run as parallel ranges and valleys. Panchaprayag is the confluence of 5 sacred rivers: Vishnuprayag, Nandaprayag, Karnaprayag, Rudraprayag and Devaprayag in Uttarakhand. The Yamuna joins the Ganga at Allahabad, Prayag, Uttar Pradesh. At Devaprayag, the Bhagirathi merges with another river, that is the Alaknanda, and from here it is known as the Ganga. The major tributaries of the Alaknanda are Dhauli and the Vishnu Ganga. These two rivers met at Joshimath, Vishnuprayag. Karnaprayag is the place of confluence of the Alaknanda and Pindar river. Rudraprayag is the point of confluence of rivers Alaknanda and Mandakini. Rudraprayag, Alaknanda and Mandakini rivers. Devaprayag, Alaknanda and Bhagirathi. In the context of Indian geography, Dhauladhar and Nagtiba are local names of lesser Himalayas. Coral reefs are found in which of the following regions in India? Coral reefs are found in which of the following regions in India? Gulf of Mannar, Gulf of Kutch, Gulf of Mannar and Gulf of Kutch. Coral reefs are found in which of the following regions in India? Gulf of Mannar and Gulf of Kutch. Coral reefs are one of the most biologically diverse marine ecosystems on the earth. Coral polyps are small, fleshy sea anemones in subtropical and tropical oceans and seas. They dwell in shallow waters with symbiotic association with tiny algae called zooxanthellae. These algae possesses photosynthetic skills that supply compounds rich in carbon to coral polyps and deliver them with energy. Coral reefs are present in the areas of Gulf of Kutch, Gulf of Mannar, Andaman and Nicobar, Lakshadweep Islands and Malwan. They are not found in Gangetic Delta and Gulf of Khambat. The Thar Desert, also known as the Great Indian Desert, is an arid region in the northwest part of the Indian subcontinent and forms a natural boundary between India and Pakistan. It is not located at the tri-junction of Rajasthan, Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh. It is not located at the tri-junction of Rajasthan, Gujarat and Madhya Pradesh. Physiographically, and Rajasthan plain may be divided into three subdivisions. Marustali, a desert with shifting sand dunes. Bhagar, a grassland located at the east of Marustali. And Rohi, a fertile plain made by small streams located to the east of Bhagar. Shifting sand dunes found here locally called Dhrain, Dhrian. Sand dune covered eastern portion of the Great Indian Thar Desert is known as Marustali. The Aravalli range does not intercept the moisture giving southwest monsoon winds of the Arabian Sea, as it lies in a direction parallel to that of the coming monsoon winds, leaving the northwestern region in a rain shadow. With reference to peninsular plateau in India, consider the following statements. The central highlands are a type of rolling plateau with rounded hills. Bundelkhand uplands are spread over the states of Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh. Both 1 and 2. Bundelkhand uplands are spread over the states of Uttar Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh. The central highlands are a type of rolling plateau with rounded hills. Which of the following statements best describes the term watershed? Drainage of river water collected from a specific area. The boundary line separating one drainage basin from the other. Watershed. The boundary line separating one drainage basin from the other. The boundary line separating one drainage basin from the other is known as the watershed. The catchments of large rivers are called river basins, while those of small rivulets and rills are often referred to as watersheds. It is an area of land that drains or sheds water into a specific water body. Watersheds are small in area, while the basins cover large areas. A river drains the water collected from a specific area, which is called its catchment area. A drainage basin is an area which is drained by a river and its tributaries. Command area means all lands which are fit for cultivation under irrigable command of an irrigation system or scheme. Himalayan rivers, fed by the meltwater from glaciers or rains. Peninsular rivers, fed only by rains. Himalayan rivers are perennial in nature. Peninsular rivers are seasonal and non-perennial in nature. Himalayan rivers drainage. Antecedent rivers form a dendritic pattern since they flow from mountains down the plains. Peninsular rivers, consequent rivers from trellis or radial drainage pattern since these rivers are superimposed in nature. Himalayan rivers catchment area, larger basins and catchment areas. Peninsular rivers, smaller basins and catchment areas. Himalayan rivers, types of rocks. Bedrocks of these rivers are soft, sedimentary and easily erodible. Peninsular rivers, bedrocks of these rivers is hard and not easily erodible. Himalayan rivers, V-shaped valleys, meanders, big deltas. Peninsular rivers form U-shaped valleys, may not from meanders, form small rivers and estuaries. Okay. Which of the following forms a water divide between Arabian Sea drainage and the Bay of Bengal drainage? Arabian Sea drainage and the Bay of Bengal drainage. Delhi Bridge, Western Ghats, Aravallis. Arabian Sea drainage and the Bay of, which forms a water divide between. Which of the following forms a water divide between the Arabian Sea drainage and the Bay of Bengal drainage? Delhi Ridge, Western Ghats, Aravallis. Which of the following can be categorized as pull factors of migration? Availability of regular work, rapid population growth, local conflicts, availability of land. Okay. Availability of regular work, availability of land. Okay. Aksai Chin is situated to the Aksai Chin, east of Galwan Valley. Which of the following are separated by the 6-degree channel? 6-degree channel. Which of the following separated by the 6-degree channel? Indonesia, I think. I'm sorry, Great Nicobar and Indonesia. 9-degree channel, Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Which of the following are separated by the 6-degree channel? Great Nicobar and Indonesia. The Great Channel in the Indian Ocean separates Great Nicobar Island of India and Aceh province of Indonesia. The Great Channel is located at 6 degrees north of equator and is popularly referred to as the 6-degree channel. The width of the Great Channel is 163 kilometers, 88 nautical miles between Indira Point in Great Nicobar and Rondo Island of Indonesia, Aceh province. A deep and clear channel. It is suitable for navigation by large merchant vessels. The Great Channel is located at the western edge of the Malacca Strait. 3 major sea routes of the Indian Ocean originating from are destined to the Cape of Good Hope, the Gulf of Aden and the Straits of Hormuz converge in the Great Channel. Little Andaman in the south is separated from the Nicobar Islands by the 10-degree channel. Little Andaman in the south is separated from the Nicobar Islands by the 10-degree channel. Okay. Peninsular drainage system is older than the Himalayan one. This is evident from the broad, largely graded, shallow valleys and the maturity of the rivers. The Western Ghats act as the water divide between the major peninsular rivers, discharging their water in the Bay of Bengal and as small rivulets joining the Arabian Sea. Most of the major peninsular rivers, the Mahanadi, the Godavari, the Krishna and the Kaveri flow from west to east. However, there are west flowing rivers including Narmada, Tapi, Sharavati, Luni, etc. The Sharavati originates in Karnataka and flows toward the west. Luni is the largest river system of Rajasthan west of Aravalli. It originates near Pushkar in two branches, that is the Saraswati and the Sabramati, which join with each other at Govindgarh. From here, the river comes out of Aravalli and is known as Luni. It flows towards the west till Telwara and then takes a southwest direction to join the run of Kutch. The entire river system is ephemeral. Agricultural crops which are grown in the short duration between Rabi and Kharif season, mainly from March to June, called Zaid crops. The Zaid crops require warm, dry weather for major growth period and longer day length for flowering and fruiting. The main crops include traditional summer crops like rice, corn, cucumber, melon, pepper, tomato, and some coarse cereals sown during the month of March and are generally harvested by June end. Madden-Julian oscillation is an eastward moving disturbance of clouds, rainfall, winds, and pressure. It traverses the planet in the tropics and returns to its initial starting point in 30 to 60 days on average. There are a number of ways in which the MJO influences world weather. The enhanced rainfall phase of the MJO can also bring the onset of the monsoon seasons around the globe. Conversely, the suppressed convection phase can delay the onset of the monsoon season. There is evidence that the MJO influences the El Nino Southern Oscillation cycle. It does not cause El Nino or La Nina, but it can contribute to the speed of the development and intensity of El Nino and La Nina episodes. The MJO appears to be more active during neutral and weak ENSO years. There is an evidence to suggest that the MJO can influence the onset of a sudden stratospheric warming event. The MJO creates favorable conditions for tropical cyclone activity, which makes the MJO important to monitor during the Atlantic hurricane season. Culinary activities are services that focus on the creation, rearrangement, and interpretation of new and existing ideas. Data interpretation and the use and evaluation of new technologies. The sector represents another subdivision of the tertiary sector, representing special and highly paid skills and are performed by the highest level of decision makers or policy makers. Thus, the professions under this sector are often referred to as gold collar professions. Western Ghats are locally known by different names such as Sahyadri in Maharashtra, Nilgiri Hills in Karnataka, and Tamil Nadu, and Annamalai Hills and Cardamom Hills in Kerala. Karnataka means Tamil Nadu. Sahyadri Hills. Kalsubai is the highest peak of Sahyadri Hills, which lies in the Ahmednagar district of Maharashtra. It is known as the Everest of Maharashtra. Nilgiri Hills. Dodabetta is the highest peak of Nilgiris. The Nilgiris are famous for their subalpine shrubs and shola thickets. Annamalai Hills. Anaimudi is the highest peak of Annamalai Hills and also highest of all peaks in the Western Ghats. These are also known as the Elephant Mountain and are houses Annamalai Wildlife Sanctuary. It is also known for tea and coffee plantations and the spread of teak forests. Virtual water is defined as the water embedded in a product, that is, the water consumed during its process of production. The concept of virtual or embedded water was first developed as a way of understanding how water-scarce countries could provide food, clothing, and other water-intensive goods to their inhabitants. The adjective virtual refers to that fact that most of the water used in produce a product is not contained in the product. The real water content of products is generally negligible if compared to the virtual water content. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands divided into two broad categories: the Andaman in the north and the Nicobar in the south. They are separated by a water body called the 10-degree channel. The important mountain peaks in Andaman and Nicobar Islands are Saddle Peak, North Andaman 738 meters, Mount Diavolo, Middle Andaman 515 meters, Mount Koyob, South Andaman 460 meters, and Mount Tullier, Great Nicobar 642 meters. The Rango Tisangpo is the major right bank tributary of the Brahmaputra river Tisango in Tibet. It emerges as a turbulent and dynamic river after carving out a deep gorge in the central Himalayas near Namcha Barwa. The river emerges from the foothills under the name of Siang or Dihang. The Rango Tisangpo enters India west of Sadeya town in Arunachal Pradesh. Flowing southwest, it receives its main left bank tributaries is the Dibang or Sikang and Lohit. Thereafter, it is known as the Brahmaputra. Recently, due to flooding of the Brahmaputra river, more than 100 people died in the state of Assam. An estuary is an area wherever a freshwater or stream meets the ocean. In contrast, a delta is a triangular shaped land at the mouth of a river formed the deposition of silt, sand, and small rocks that flow downstream in the river. Estuaries are formed as a result of tidal bore, which aballates the riverbed and carries the silt out to sea, whereas deltas are created as a result of rivers depositing silt. The west coast differs considerably from the east coast in the sense that it does not have major deltas and large riverine estuaries, but is predominantly sandy and at places rocky. In contrast, the east coast is shallow, largely influenced by deltas and riverine estuaries. Mesas and buttes are two types of geographical features. Mesas are flat, regular topped hills with very steep slopes from all sides. Continuous weathering and erosion of mesas led to a reduction in its size and it is called a butte. Chota Nagpur Plateau is located at the northeastern part of Peninsular Plateau. It is spread over Jharkhand, parts of Chhattisgarh and West Bengal. This plateau consists of a series of step-like sub-plateaus locally called patlands. Mesas are locally known as pats or patland on the Chota Nagpur Plateau. Paldami Pat, Lota Pat, Kamar Pat are examples of mesas in the Chota Nagpur Plateau. Lakshadweep, the group of 36 islands, is the tiniest union territory of India. It is located between 8 degrees to 12 degree 13 inches north latitude and 71 degrees to 74 degrees east longitude. It is an archipelago consisting of 12 atolls, 3 reefs and 5 submerged banks. There are 3 main groups of islands: Amindvi Islands, Lakshadweep Islands and Minicoy Islands. Amindvi Islands are northernmost, while Minicoy Island is the southernmost island. All Lakshadweep Islands are of coral origin, and some of them like Minicoy, Kalapeni, Kadamat, Kilitan and Chetlat are typical atolls. The coral reefs of the islands are mainly atolls except one platform reef of Androth. The topography of the island is flat and relief features such as hills, streams, valleys, etc. are absent. Most of the islands have low elevation and do not rise more than 5 meters above sea level. The Blue Revolution in India demonstrated the importance of the fisheries and aquaculture sector. It has been recognized as a sunrise sector and has demonstrated outstanding annual growth since 2014 to 15. India is the third largest fishing producing country in the world and the second largest aquaculture nation in the world after China. The annual average growth rate in the fisheries sector has been 7% over the last few years. In the recent past, the Indian fisheries have witnessed a paradigm shift from marine dominated fisheries to inland fisheries, with the latter emerging as a major contributor to fish production from 36% in the mid 1980 to 70% in the recent past. Within inland fisheries, a shift from capture to culture based fisheries has paved the way for a sustained blue economy. What is a sunrise industry? It is a term frequently used for a sector that is developing and poised for a rapid growth. Examples of sunrise industries are include hydrogen fuel production, petrochemical industry, food processing industry, space tourism, and online encyclopedias. Recently, the Department of Fisheries, Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Government of India, National Fisheries Development Board celebrated the World Fisheries Day. Okay.